How to check the type of a column in Python pandas. I need to use different functions to treat numeric columns and string columns. What I am doing now is really dumb. Is there a more elegant way to do this? For example,
you can access the data type of a column with type. In pandas 0.20.2 you can do so your code becomes I know this is a bit of an old thread, but with pandas 19.02, you can do this URL.
Asked question title is general, but author's use case stated in the body of the question is specific. So any other answers may be used. But in order to fully answer the title question, it should be clarified that it seems like all of the approaches may fail in some cases and require some rework. I reviewed all of them, and some additional, in decreasing of reliability order, in my opinion. 1. Comparing types directly via == accepted answer. Despite the fact that this is accepted answer and has most upvotes count, I think this method should not be used at all. Because in fact this approach is discouraged in Python as mentioned several times here. But if one still want to use it, should be aware of some pandas specific dtypes like pd.categorical type, pd.period type, or pd.interval type. Here one have to use extra type, in order to recognize dtype correctly. Another caveat here is that type should be pointed out precisely. Two. Is-instance approach. This method has not been mentioned in answers so far. So if direct comparing of types is not a good idea, let's try built-in Python function for this purpose, namely, is-instance. It fails just in the beginning, because assumes that we have some objects, but pd.series or pd.dataframe may be used as just empty containers with predefined dtype but no objects in it. But if one somehow overcome this issue, and wants to access each object, for example, in the first row and checks its dtype like something like that. It will be misleading in the case of mixed type of data in single column. And last but not least, this method cannot directly recognize category dtype. As stated in docs, returning a single item from categorical data will also return the value, not a categorical of length 1. So this method is also almost inapplicable. Three. df.dtype.kind approach. This method yet may work with empty pd.series or pd.dataframes but has another problems. First, it is unable to differ some dtypes. Second, what is actually still unclear for me, it even returns on some dtypes none. 4. df.select_dtypes approach. This is almost what we want. This method designed inside pandas so it handles most corner cases mentioned earlier, empty data frames, differs NumPy or pandas specific dtypes well. It works well with single dtype like .select_dtypes bool. It may be used even for selecting groups of columns based on dtype. Like so, as stated in the docs. One may think that here we see first unexpected, at used to be for me, question, results, time delta is included into output data frame. But as answered in contrary it should be so, but one have to be aware of it. Note that bool dtype is skipped, that may be also undesired for someone, but its due to bool and number are in different subtrees of NumPy dtypes. In case with bool, we may use test.select_dtypes, bool, here. Next restriction of this method is that for current version of pandas, 0.24.2, this code, test.select_dtypes period will raise no implemented error. And another thing is that it's unable to differ strings from other objects. But this is, first, already mentioned in the docs. And second, is not the problem of this method, rather the way strings are stored in data frame. But anyway this case have to have some post-processing. df.api.types.is_30_dtype approach. This one is intended to be most robust and native way to achieve dtype recognition. Path of the module where functions reside says by itself, as I suppose. And it works almost perfectly, but still have at least one caveat and still have to somehow distinguish string columns. Besides, this may be subjective, but this approach also has more human understandable number dtypes group processing comparing with .select_dtypes number. No time delta and bool is included. Perfect! My pipeline exploits exactly this functionality at this moment of time, plus a bit of post-hand processing. Output. Hope I was able to argument the main point, that all discussed approaches may be used, but only pd.dataframe.select_dtypes and pd.api.types.is_30_dtypes should be really considered as the applicable ones.
Evioba, prosegua, leasekon seker subscribing.